Hello and welcome. Today we are going to learn about Apex animation layers. And in Apex, animation layers are used to layer animations without affecting the main animation. And it will help you to organize your animations, resulting in a smoother workflow. And it will also help you keeping the animation graph clean. So I will open my Houdini instance. And over here, I have a simple animation of Electra punching, as you can see, but it doesn't look that realistic because we don't have animations for other joints, but we will layer them, which is the topic of this tutorial. So to do that, first of all, we need to open the animation layers pane. So click on this plus icon, new pane tab type, animation, and Apex animation layers. And I have it already open, and this is the basic UI of the animation layer panel. And this default layer is the base animation layer, which obviously is the base animation. So any animation you do before coming to this panel will be stored in this base animation layer, and you should do all your basic I mean the main animations in this layer. And this is the weight controller. It controls how much of that animation is applied, and we will see it better when we apply more layers of animation. So to create a new layer, you have to click on this button, this new create new layer button, or go to layers and create empty layer. And this will create a empty layer without any controls assigned. So if you try to move any of the controls right now, as you can see, a error appears. So controls not added to the active layer. That's the error. So we want this layer to be for the right hand controls. So I will select all the right hand controls, and to edit to this layer you have to right click and add selected controls to layer. And you can also rename it by double clicking on the name, and you have to type in the name you want. Right and movement. And you can also change the color chip of this by clicking on it, and you get a nice palette to choose from. We can give it a blue color, and base animation can be red. So cool. Now we will add the animation on it. So this will be a fast forward. So this is the final animation of the right hand movement. And if I hide all the controls, just click on this button from the selection set, this asterisk button, this star button, and then so this is very basic but looks cool. And now you can change the weight of it, and it will make more sense now. So as you can see, if I change the weight and then play it, it becomes less effective, and you can do it in real time while playing in the timeline. So as you can see, you can do all sort of fun stuff like this. But we don't want to do that right now. And over here you have to click on this star icon to make it solo, so none of the other animations will be visible, or you just have to click on this button below that layer, this deactivate button. We'll just click on this star button and it will become solo. Oops. Oh, and because this is the base animation, you can't deactivate it, so we can't do that right now. But you get the point. If you create more layers, then you can use that to solo it. So now we can add another layer for the cog movement. So this will be another time lapse. And also what you can do is um, you can keep that controls selected which you want to add it to the new layer, and click on this button, add make selected control a new layer, and this will create the new layer with that control. And now what we want to do is we only want to rotate this around, as you can see, right, like this. So we don't want it to be translated at all. And to do that, what you can do is go to settings and show layer memberships. And over here, as you can see, we have this the cog edit. So we have cog transform. T means transforms, and cog R, that means rotate. And those are the promoted controls from the rig, the Apex rig of this character. So you can remove any of these if you want. So I will just remove the transform control, remove from layer. And now if you try to transform it, it will just be constrained to the actual base animation transform. So let's enter the time lapse when I animate it. So now this is the final result, and now the cog rotates around its y-axis, and we get this nice effect. And now we will learn about these the overriding method, overriding or adding. So currently, as you can see, we have this add written over here, and you can change that to override if you want. And it will not affect anything right now because we don't have the same joints overriding each other, so that will not affect anything. So if we create another layer and if we name it before cog rotation, and we will create a new layer for this, the right hand control again. So we can control, we can create another layer by this button. And now if you animate it, let's set down some keyframes like this. This doesn't make any sense, but this is just a example. So the hand just rotates, or the hand just transforms and rotates. And we already have that the right hand movement layer affecting those controls. So if you play it, as you can see, we have both movements being added. As you can see, we have that this layer movements applied. But if you set it on override, so to do that, you have to right click and click on this override button. Now this will override it in the right hand movement. And now as you can see, it starts from there and just ignores this right hand movement layer. And you can also set the weight if you want. So that was just a example that's not necessary to be kept. And now what we can do is, what we can also do is we can block the animation for a selected timeline time. So if I increase the frames, so we can block the animation of this, and if I have a better animation, so a huge transformation, so that we can see. Now we can block it for a few frames or any amount of frame you want by selecting dragging on the timeline, and then you have to right click on it and set weight from play bar selection, and now it will be only applied on that selected play bar selection. And you can clear that if you don't want that deleting weight channels. And the weight channels just means the animation channel of these weight parameters. So you can also animate this if you want. So we can keep it at 0, 8 frame 1, and 8 frame 24. We can get this to 1. As you can see, the weight goes 1, but we don't see that much because the animation just ends at 16th frame. And as you can see, you don't see those keyframes on the timeline, and if you want to see them, you have to right click and add weight to channel list. It will add that weight channel to your channel list, and it will be available to see over here. So you can change it anytime, like this. So this is it for the animation layers. The next video will be on ragdolls, Apex ragdolls, so be tuned for that. Like this video, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.